How are we going, boys? Welcome everybody back to another video, another player review. Today we're going to be checking out 87 rated FUT Future Stars. Not going to try pronounce it. Yeah, we're going to struggle with this name, aren't we? Badiashile. Alright, apparently that's how we're meant to pronounce it. According to Google. His first name is pronounced Benoît, which is a lot easier to pronounce, so we'll go with that. 6'4", medium-high work rates, 2 massive ticks straight away. 81 pace, he does have a pace split, which is annoying. 88 sprint speed, 72 acceleration. Definitely want to go for a shadow to get that all the way up. His passing stats for a centre-back are more than good enough with 87 short passing, 86 long passing. Dribbling stats, obviously disregarding his 44 balance, 53 agility, he'll still turn quite heavy, but he's got amazing reactions with some very nice composure of 94. Defensively, obviously with a shadow is perfect. Physical, he's got 96 strength. The only issue I see with this card, ladies and gentlemen, is the 79 aggression. And even if you were to opt for an anchor, it would only give him +4, but you would also be literally halving that pace boost in half. Instead of +8, an anchor would only give him +4. And I definitely think you need that acceleration +8 boost. So you're in a little bit of a position. I think you just got to stick with a shadow and you just got to deal with a 79 aggression. But it could be worse. I know like base Mount Dee's got like 60 aggression, so it could be worse. We picked him up for 160,000 coins roughly 1 hour after release. This card will most likely drop a little bit more. If I do predict his final price within the next few days, 4 or 5 days maybe, I would say 100 to 120,000 coins, maybe even a little bit cheaper. Without further ado, boys, he is as well. He's a left footer. I'm glad I checked that. We'll switch him around with Koulibaly and play him on the left. I'm actually glad I looked at that. Usually they're right-footed, so I don't really bat an eye. But he is a left footer, so you'll want to play him on the left centre-back role. Alright, let's get into the game. Oh, what's he doing in this position? He's come up for the corner? No way. Have I just scored 4 minutes into a review with a centre-back with 50 shooting? Wow. That is a first. I have reviewed probably well over 40, 50 centre-backs throughout the past couple years since I started doing player reviews. And that is the first time I have scored with a centre-back on his debut within like 5 minutes. We basically had a corner. He came up for the corner. I lost possession and won it back with him. And we went on to score. I have never, ever had that before. He scored a goal before he made a tackle. Here we are, we'll count that as an interception. We get it out as well. Once again, that's kind of like a good showcase right there, why passing is quite important for a centre-back. Under pressure, you do not feel any stress, you don't feel any pressure at all, because you know that he's got really nice short passing, he's not going to misplace a pass, give away possession, anything like that. Amazing tackle, last man as well. I mean, I guess that's being 6'4", right? He literally intercepted a pass with his head. It's a rough goal to concede. I don't know if he got a touch here. I think he may have just nicked the ball and kind of deflected the flight pass of the ball to Capdevila. So that's another interception. Let's test that pace out. He's fast, he's just not as fast as Diaby. As simple as that. He's fast, not as fast as, I believe that's Musa Diaby, isn't it? Zizou, we gotta finish that. There we go. The reason I'm gonna show this goal in the video as well is just to show you guys that I say we are comfortable. We were comfortable, we were 4-0 up, but maybe a little bit of controller switching has gone on here because it feels like we're playing a completely different player, which is, once again, I guess it works well for our Badiashile, doesn't it? We want to test him to the best that we possibly can, so I'd rather do that playing, you know, someone that knows what he's doing compared to someone without fingers. Once again, that passing's going to come in handy. That's a beautiful tackle. A little bit unlucky, it seems to go back to my opponent, but we win possession again anyway, so it's fine. Once again, that's another tackle in the books. And we're ending the review with a tackle. We're going to clear it out. That is a monstrous win and a monstrous performance From Badiashile. Oh, I butchered it that time, haven't I? Honestly, lads, I'm a pretty big fan of this card. Not only did he score 4 minutes into his debut, which has never been seen before, I think he was respectable. He had a good performance. His tackling, like his defensive stats, all of them are phenomenal. They're perfect. I do want to touch on his physicals. His 79 aggression we did not notice. I definitely think the 96 strength and the fact he's 6'4" going into tackles kind of just overpowers that relatively low aggression. I should say relatively low. 79, I'm talking like it's really bad. It's not even that bad. It's just respectable. It's nothing great. Like base Maldini's got like 65 aggression or something. His dribbling stats, his agility and balance, right trigger, left trigger jockeying, and if you do like kind of get spun with him, if you will, if you're facing Mbappe, a very fast player, and they're just running straight and you have to turn around with this card, he will turn around like Harry Maguire. I mean, that's just what 44 balance and 53 agility is going to feel like, isn't it? So I do think he'll be a little bit heavy on the turn, but other than that, he's a player that you do not really want to be kind of going up and jockeying and running and chasing after players with. We saw in that clip against Diaby, he was lost out for pace, which is going to lead me on to the pace fact. 88 sprint speed is great, 72 acceleration, not so great. Definitely give that shadow on him. He goes up to 89 pace in game, but most importantly, getting that acceleration boost from 72 to 80. Still, he's not the most quickest, and he's a little bit heavy on the turn, as expected. I think this card would be best utilized paired with a smaller, more agile centre back, with a lot more agility and balance. I mean, when I say smaller, I don't necessarily mean shorter, but I more so mean good agility and balance. Let's take my Ramos, for example. I mean, 72 agility, 71 balance, that would be fine. Just you just want to basically pair him with a more agile centre-back to kind of compensate for the fact that Badiashile, he can't really turn very well. He's a little bit heavy on the turn, on the jockey. So you want to have another centre-back with him that can kind of do the stuff that he can't, if that makes sense. But going into tackles, the man's an absolute machine. Once again, pair him up with a smaller, maybe a more agile type of centre-back, and you'll be sorted. I think he definitely justified his price tag of 160k, and the fact he might even drop more as well would be brilliant. So if he's anywhere below 140, 130k in the next couple days, and you are looking at buying him, I do think that's a respectable price to buy him at. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to give him a solid 9 out of 10. If you guys did enjoy, it's been your boy Davis, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.